Hey, one dope psychologist here, Dr. Natalie Whitlow, and I am here with my mental health enlightenment because I told y'all I am committed to providing you with real information from a real psychologist. Now, y'all, I don't have a lot of entertainment with it. I'm not coming with a whole lot of bells and whistles. I don't have a razzle dazzle with it. I am simply here to provide you with information that can help improve your life. And if you can't use the particular content in one of my videos at this particular time, pass it along. And I guarantee that there is someone who will be able to benefit from my videos. So, in order to support my mission, I ask that you please like and share this video, but also go and subscribe to my YouTube channel, One Dope Psychologist, and like the video there as well. All right, so let's get down to business. What are we talking about today? It's the new year, so what better to talk about than goal setting and goal attainment? Now, why do I want to go there? One, because I want to see all y'all win. I want to see you capture the desires of your heart, and I really want to be a part of that. But also, I want y'all to stop feeling like y'all got to run around here lying about what you've accomplished and what you've got in the works. You know, some of us get to feeling so uncomfortable, so self-conscious, so ashamed of where we're at that we start embellishing. We start creating these tall tales and these fantasies about what we got going on. People looking at us sideways and we sticking to our story. That's what we doing. And I want people to stop doing that. One, when you place your energy into creating a false reality for yourself, it takes away from the energy that you have to devote to your real life and your real life goals. Energy is real. Energy is powerful, and we need to be intentional about placing it exactly where we need it to be. So why are people running around here lying about their goals, what they have in the works, and what they have accomplished? In order to look at this, I want us to talk about cognitive dissonance. Now, this is a concept that talks about and describes the unpleasant psychological experience that we have when our multiple realities, when the multiple aspects of our realities and of our state of being don't match up or align. So what does this mean? This is when our values and beliefs, our thoughts, and our behaviors do not match up. Then we pay the price of internal turmoil. So you might be asking, well, aren't beliefs and thoughts the same thing? Well, no, they're not. So let's look at a simple example to explore this. So you may value and believe, say, having good health and taking care of the temple that is your body. But you may think, I'm grown and I can smoke a little something and drink whatever I want, whenever I want. And you may struggle with an addiction to food, and so you adhere to a diet that is not healthy. So as you can see there, your thoughts that you're grown and you can drink a little something and smoke a little something, and your behaviors of adhering to a poor diet go against your internal belief that you should live a healthy lifestyle and take care of the temple that is your body. Okay? And so that creates a discord within us because there is a disconnect between our beliefs, our thoughts, and our behaviors. And then that discord causes us to do whatever it is that we can to reduce that gap, to divert from the dissonance that we feel and to try to repair it in some way. And so one way of trying to repair that or make up for that gap is to attempt to trick our own selves by lying to ourselves. So now let's connect that to goals. If we spiritually know and understand that we have a certain purpose for our life, but say our human lived experience has scarred us, it's traumatized us, and it's thrown us off of our purest path, causing us to actually live in a way that is inconsistent with our greatest purpose, then we got some dissonance that's going on. And whether consciously or not, we feel it. There is something within us that knows that there is a disconnect that's going on there. And so what do? We lie in order to lessen that gap and to ease the discomfort that we are feeling. Now, secondly, to understand why people lie about their goals and what they have going on for themselves, we simply look at why people lie in general. People lie to cover up the truth because there is something about the truth that they simply feel is unacceptable. So they create a reality that they feel is more acceptable. Now, related to goals, really quickly, let's look at what could be unacceptable about goals that people would be trying to hide and why they're creating an altered reality. And I want you to assess yourself and see if you've ever done any of these things for any of these reasons. Now, I know every single one of you out there has lied or embellished about what goals you have going on or what you have accomplished, because we all do that at some point. So I want you to assess and say, do any of these apply to me? So one reason that we lie and feel like we have to hide really what our true goals are is because we don't feel like we've accomplished anything to be proud of or that anybody else would be proud of. We lie because we have actually failed at our past attempts to accomplish a goal. We lie because we don't have any identifiable goals at all. We lie because we don't possess the skills, the qualification, and the resources to accomplish our goals. Sometimes we lie because it's really not the success that we want. It's the attention that comes along with that success. I know y'all know some people out there that's like that. Or sometimes we lie because the goals that we have for ourselves don't live up to our potential, and we don't want to hear people's feedback about that. So, how do people end up in the position of feeling so ashamed about their goals or how they're living that they feel like they have to lie and they have to hide? Most oftentimes, it usually comes down to people not knowing how to set effective goals that apply to themselves and their life. So let's talk about it. First, I want to identify the two main goals. Y'all know it, short-term goals and long-term goals. Both sets of goals are essential for goal setting. You cannot have a long-term goal without having a series of short-term goals to get you there. And what is the point of having short-term goals if you don't have a sustainability plan? Why do all the work of creating and adhering and accomplishing short-term goals if it does not lead to long-term goals that you want to attain? So both sets of goals are essential and they work off of one another. Now, a lot of people like to talk about short-term and long-term goals as relying on time or context of time. I don't think that so much. I don't think that they have to be dictated by a time frame. Your short-term goal doesn't have to be accomplished in 3 to 6 months. I really think that it's more important that the goals that we create serve as stepping stones to get us to our pinnacle point. So what that means that one of our long-term goals could actually, in the long run, be a short-term goal for a bigger long-term goal. All right, so now let's look at 6 keys to setting effective goals. And what we're going to use is an acronym, HUBRIS, HUBRIS. And now this is very fitting and appropriate because it is also a real word. It means excessive pride and self-confidence. And for your goals, I want you to have pride in the goals that you set, and I want you to have confidence in your ability to actually accomplish them. So let's dive right into this. So H is for honest. You have to be honest with yourself about what you want and what your purpose is. Now, this should not hold you up if you don't know fully what you want. You don't have to know fully what it is that you want, but you just have to get started with identifying your wants. And once you do that, other wants will be revealed to you. The U is for unravel. You want to unravel your purpose. And you notice that I say unravel as opposed to identify, because your purpose is ever changing, it's ever growing, it's ever evolving. And so as you do the work to live within your purpose and figure out how to maneuver within your purpose, then the next layer of your purpose will reveal itself to you. See, the thing is the deepest aspects of our purpose cannot be immediately revealed to us because it would be too much, too fast, and we wouldn't be prepared for it on any level. So then we'd spiral out of control and never accomplish our true purpose. We have to take steps to get there. Okay, third step is the B, which stands for behavioral. You want to create behavioral goals, not conceptual goals. You want behavioral goals because you want to be able to measure your progress on a goal. And if you identify a behavior, then you can clearly measure, have I accomplished this behavior or not? But if you identify conceptual goals, I want to be happy. I want to be at peace. I want to make sure that I am giving off a spirit of contentment. What does that mean? How do you measure it? How do you know you have accomplished it, right? Then you put yourself in a trick bag where you aren't actually making progress and your goal attainment process isn't as simple as it could be because you're spinning, not knowing if you've accomplished your goals. All right, the fourth step is the R, which stands for realistic. You want to create realistic goals, which simply means you want to create goals that you are equipped to accomplish. So I'm not saying that the skies are not the limits for you, that you cannot accomplish whatever it is that you want, but you do have to be prepared and equipped with certain things in order to accomplish certain goals. So some things you have to have the training, the education, and the background. Some things your lifestyle has to support your goal. If you are a single mother of 3 young kids and you don't have support from the father, you don't really have a family to rely on, and you have goals of being a traveling nurse, your lifestyle doesn't support that, right? You also have to make sure that you have the support and the resources needed to accomplish that goal. And then finally, you want to make sure that you have the experience that is required, right? Not only from an educational standpoint, but sometimes endeavoring into things so that you don't get knocked on your off your feet. Excuse me, I was getting ready to say something. So you don't get knocked off your feet. You got to make sure that you have experience and the wisdom that comes along with it so that you can be successful. The fifth step is I for individualized. You want to create individualized goals. Your goals should be driven by you and developed for you and no one else. Now, this does not mean that you cannot consult with a mentor, that you cannot get someone to help you brainstorm ideas if you're stuck, but it means that at the heart and at the core of your goal, it should be yours. That way you are invested in it. It reflects you and you are invested in it. The last goal is S for specific. You want to create specific goals. Now, you want to do this because large goals can feel overwhelming and insurmountable. And so then you don't end up accomplishing them. You end up becoming afraid. It ends up feeling like too much and you become immobilized and you stop. You want specific goals because if your goal is too general, then you feel too unclear about what you're supposed to accomplish. And again, you become immobile and you don't move or do anything. And so you want these specific goals because it'll make your goal attainment process easier because the goal is small, it's specific, and you can make steps toward accomplishing it. So there you have it, the 6 keys to setting effective goals. So I want you to remember hubris, H-U-B-R-I-S. H, be honest with yourself about what you want and your purpose. U, unravel your purpose. B, create behavioral goals. R, create realistic goals. I, create individualized goals, and S, create specific goals. Now, these keys to goal setting can be applied to both short and long-term goals. You can use this strategy to help you develop initial goals, or if you're tweaking, reworking, and revamping goals. I just encourage you to start the process using this simple 6-step goal setting model, okay? At some point in the future, we'll also talk about barriers to accomplishing your goals, because you can have this model but then not effectively accomplish your goals, and there are some psychological factors to that. And so we'll get to talking about that later. Might be next video, might not. All right, again, thank you all so much for the support. Please like and share this video. Also, subscribe to my YouTube channel, One Dope Psychologist, and like the video there too. All right, I'm looking forward to next time. See you.